Welcome back, everyone, to the final preview of the previews for the 2020 playoffs round robin. So let's get into it. It is Arizona versus Nashville. Apologies to Arizona and Nashville fans. I've been waiting for Arizona and Nashville for a long time because I'm pretty hyped. The Coyotes, for the first time since 2012, where they made it to the Western Conference Finals and beat the Los Angeles Kings, are in the playoffs. So this is just an absolutely astounding year for this team. A lot of these players, except for probably Taylor Hall, it's the same thing with the Canucks. Canucks have not seen a taste of playoffs in a bit. So it's going to be pretty interesting to take a look at this. Arizona, the biggest question heading into this is, can they score goals? That's been a struggle with them since 2012. I even think it might have been a struggle with them before that. So they're still trying to figure it out. They don't have a 20 goal. I don't think they have a 20 goal scorer on their team. Well, they might. Connor Garland did do pretty solid, but you know what I mean. So the record, they had 33, 29, 8 with 74 points. Their goals scored, they had 195 goals scored, which is 21st. As I said, not very good. Their goals against, though, on the other hand, is top 3 in the league for 193 goals let in. That's third all time. So that is absolutely unbelievable. And I don't think they really have a problem with goaltending, especially against a Nashville team that has also had trouble scoring at times. So Arizona's top 3 players, Taylor Hall, of course. Not all these points were with Arizona. They were with New Jersey as well via the Taylor Hall trade. He had 16 goals, 36 assists for 52 points. Of course, being part of that blockbuster trade that blew my mind. Number two is Nick Schmaltz with 11 goals, 34 assists for 45 points. Number 3 is Clayton Keller with 17 goals, 27 assists for 44 points. Keller should have gotten more this season, I personally think. Kessel, we'll get into Connor Garland in a second, because Connor Garland blew my mind this season as well. Kessel, unacceptable. Comes in, does not really play very well for Arizona. So I think that the Kessel trade, I think Pittsburgh might actually I don't think any of the team, neither. You know what? I think Pittsburgh did win that trade, actually, because they got Jason Zucker, and Zucker actually played pretty well for Pittsburgh. So if I were you, I'd think the Coyotes lost this trade because the Penguins won it through another trade after this trade, because they got they did the Galchenyuk for Jason Zucker, and that was a very good deal by Pittsburgh. Anyways, that's not the point. The main point is that Kessel did not do very well this season. Now let's get on to Connor Garland. Connor Garland surprised me this season by scoring goals. I knew him. He was, in my opinion, an American Hockey League player, not an NHL player at all. It kind of surprised me. It surprised you guys, I'm sure. And him scoring 20 goals, I think it was more than 22, blew my mind. So I'm pretty hyped to see what he can do in the playoffs. Goaltending, Darcy Kuemper leads the way with 16 wins, a 2.22 goals against average, a .928 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Number 2 is Antti Raanta with 15 wins, 2.63 goals against average, a .921 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Pretty good goaltending statistics. Of course, this team is very solid, and I think they can actually go on a run for the Stanley Cup, and I think they might actually win this series potentially. They have a good chance because this Nashville team isn't looking too strong. So Nashville, let's get into Nashville now. The record, 35, 26, and 8, 78 points. They scored 215 goals, which is 18th. Middle of the pack. I wouldn't classify that as bad, but it's kind of close. Their goals against, though, 217, which is 19th, is pretty scary. So Roman Josi here is number 1 of top 3 players with 16 goals, 49 assists for 65 points. Number 2 then is Philip Forsberg with 21 goals, 27 assists for 48 points. And then finally, number 3 is Matt Duchene with 13 goals, 29 assists for 42 points. Very 3 clutch players. Duchene actually surprised me. I thought he would get a lot more, but yeah. One thing that we don't take into consideration is that they did not play all 82 games. They played, I think a lot of them played like 71 games. Some of them played less, but I think the most was 73 and then 69, 68 at the least. I'm not too sure. So they were in between that mark though. So don't get me wrong about that. Goaltending isn't really that scary for Nashville, to be honest with you, because it's Pecorine. 18 wins, 3.17 goals against average, a .895 save percentage with 3 shutouts. Juuse Saros is the backup. I think he can become a really solid goalie with 17 wins, a 2.70 goals against average, a .914 save percentage, and 4 shutouts. I think after Juuse Saros retires, Pecorine retires, I think Juuse Saros is ready for the starting goaltending position. Final prediction, I predict that Arizona is going to win 3-2. It's going to be a tough fought series, but Arizona is going to come out with the dub and move on to the next round. That is it for my 2020 round robin previews. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which one was your favorite, or like best quality, or like best explanation, or whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button. That completes another series. We're not done yet. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.